What's your opinion long term for AMMs? I know you don't believe like short term is going to be like a flip the switch thing where we all become wealthy overnight because of that. But do you think this is an important one if you get it right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is not something that's brand new, right? AMMs exist for a long time. It is super important. It's one of the features we lack. So it's important we get this, and we will get it.
Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that was Daniel and Jungle Inc. on Jungle's channel. Real honest, raw conversation about the XRP ledger from the perspective of a voting validator. Now, to date, I think it's my favorite conversation, not only about the automated market maker that is an amendment that is still pending to receive the 80% of votes to be passed, but just one of the few clips that just comes down to the heart of things. You want to know why the community has its back when it comes to protecting the XRP ledger. Now we know there's at least one reason why Ripple, the company, wants the AMM feature. Listen to Ripple's Joe Villano, where he is talking on a panel about 2 months ago.
So first of all, on Project Mariana, that's a fascinating body of work, and it's something Ripple in parallel is exploring. How we can facilitate cross-border, cross-currency transactions using an automated market maker.
Today, the largest financial market in the world is the foreign exchange market, trading 7.5 trillion US dollars a day. How might we trade and settle FX in a tokenized world?
And one of the things I think Claudine commented on earlier was the idea of pools of liquidity. And I think that's one of the often overlooked elements of this, is having that liquidity in place is really critical to making sure those models function.
So it's very apparent Ripple wants to use the AMM to get a piece of that 7.5 trillion daily trading and settlement. That would really put the decentralized exchange that's built in the XRP ledger to work. Now let's listen to just a little bit more.
David is advocating for it. That's his decision, of course. I'm pretty sure Ripple wants AMM for whatever reason, and that's totally their business. I want AMM as well. However, I want to make sure the ledger is good. So now the next argument would be, oh, who are you to judge, or who are you to say you do understand that better than David? Well, I'm not claiming I do understand this better. I'm just not feeling comfortable. And the good thing is I'm just 1 out of 35. So Ripple D 2.0 is right around the corner. Allegedly has a lot of performance upgrades, right? And I feel personally, with the network being updated to 2.0 and all the other things sorted, I feel comfortable voting yes. But the reality is I'm just 1 vote.
I think the eye opener is how long it typically takes to get even a small amendment through. I mean, what is the general time frame here to get an amendment when we see these up for vote? It usually takes a matter of many months, right?
So off ledger, on ledger, Chris, formerly Ripple in, he made a nice little spreadsheet which is updating itself automatically, where you can see what the average time frame on getting an amendment in is. And I think that's roughly around somewhere 90 days, just top of my head, right? I could be wrong. That's as far as I remember. If anyone wants to look this up, just go to his Twitter profile and check, and there is something. But it's never a quick process, right? It's like network. If it's a major thing, the network needs to be updated, then people have to cast their votes, and then this usually takes time. However, to be fair, AMM is probably the biggest update or the biggest amendment we ever had. Something similar would have been NFTs. So XLS 20. I've been the same way with XLS 20. I'm with AMM. And once I made up my mind, and this is all public, you can see this on my profile, you can talk to other people. The minute I was happy with what I saw, I voted yes.
Now I want you to listen to 50 seconds from John Deaton's live crypto law about 17 hours ago with Raoul Pal. This is my favorite part.
You know, it was interesting. Mike Novogratz, I believe you interviewed him recently, and he admitted to being maybe wrong about XRP, and he made a comment that the XRP army is real. And as you know, a lot of my audience are XRP holders. We got 75,000 of them from around the world, 143 countries who joined in this fight against the SEC, which just to me is a phenomenal thing. It had never been done, and it was, you know, individual people wanting to have a voice. And so what are your overall thoughts on XRP, if you have any? And if you don't, that's fine.
So I was taken down the XRP rabbit hole by Santiago Velez, who's a good friend and is incredibly smart guy and very thoughtful. So he's like, yeah, the narrative's wrong. This is what it's about. So I'd done a bit of the work on it. Then the court case came out. And so that's when I bought XRP. You know, when you see something like that, it's like, okay, now the price has been massively discounted.
Yeah.
We know it's a real thing. Half the people have been shut out of the market. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. So that's when I bought it. And I've held it ever since.
The market is making a shift back into some green. Bitcoin was just taking a breather. And look at HBAR go, up 30% on the 30-day. I love this project, and I've had it in my portfolio for a few years because of all the listening I've done from King Solomon's research. Ripple is dropping the word RippleNet. It's now just Ripple Payments, like they've dropped ODL or on-demand liquidity. I think they're going for the simpler terms for non-crypto natives to be able to understand their business model. Protos, which is a reliable media source, reported finding a researcher who found by default Ledger is harvesting account information, names, digital assets, the info about your computer. Any hacker could identify any user with substantial crypto holdings, which include timestamps of activities. I've never promoted Ledger, mostly because they were never completely open source. So when something is not open source, you really don't know if they have a backdoor or not. Now, some people say, oh, this is just a FUD article. Everybody knows that they did this. Well, I don't think everybody knew. And yes, you can opt out of some of these, but why do they have an opt out? You should have to opt in if you want your data mined. But to have it as a default setting, no, I don't think this is a good idea. Some people in the comments section just said that they were going to move everything to the Uphold vault, and that's okay, but understand your risk. This is from their website, and they put in the bold lettering, let's be clear. You are placing trust in Uphold to not retain copies of the keys generated during the setup within the app. So anytime you use a third party, you have to place trust in that third party, even though Uphold says they do not have and will not ever seek to have access to the user's private keys. You still are placing your trust in a third party. And moving along, do you remember when Hugo Filion deleted a tweet about the real XRP utility? I do. And I'll tell you, it's here. And the reason why I know I am spot on is because this like came from Hugo. Let's have a listen to what this real utility is all about.
Today, you're getting a sneak preview of a brand new platform which facilitates the core operations of the F-Asset system. This system is being developed by Flare Labs and allows non-smart contract tokens like XRP, Bitcoin, and Doge to be used trustlessly with smart contracts on Flare, such as in DeFi. The interface you'll see shortly gives users access to minting F assets and participating in collateral pools, which is all supported by the backbone of this system, the agents who provide collateral for F assets and facilitate the process. A single glance at the F asset dashboard offers insightful analytics such as the total value of minted F assets and easy access to minting and collateral pools. Connect your favorite wallet such as MetaMask, Coinbase, or any wallet supported by Wallet Connect. With your wallet connected, you are presented with a snapshot of any F assets you hold and collateral pools that you are participating in. As you navigate to the minting page, you are presented with an F asset summary displaying the F asset's total supply, your total position, and rewards accrued from collateral pools and cross-chain incentive pool participation. This is all shown as US dollars calculated using the FTSO's decentralized price feed. From this view, you can select to redeem any assets in your position back to its underlying token like FBTC back to BTC. Available agents to mint F assets through are listed showing their fee and minting capacity. With an agent selected, you're provided with statistics on their performance, including their historical portfolio value, minting fee, times liquidated, number of completed mints, and their held collateral. Minting is as easy as specifying the number of tokens you wish to convert to an F asset, sending your tokens to the agent, waiting for the state connector to prove the transaction, and finally receiving your F assets backed by the agent's collateral. An additional way to participate in the F assets system is to enter agents' pools by supplying tokens to boost an agent's available collateral and earn a share of their fees. The pool's dashboard isn't just a tool, it's a lens offering a clear view into the F assets' total value locked, volume, your portfolio position, and rewards awaiting your claim. For any pools that you are currently supplying tokens, actions such as claiming rewards, withdrawing out of the pool, or depositing more are made available. You can also explore all the pools that you may wish to join. We can now begin imagining how we might interact with the F asset system when it is released to all Flare users. There's a lot to look forward to from Flare and Flare Labs, so keep yourself updated and catch all the latest announcements by following their feeds on X.
On December 5th, there was an exclusive interview with the co-founder of the XDC network, Atul, and tokenization of millions of the trade documents, which enable a large part of the over 30 trillion on trade finance, is going to go completely digital. I'm going to let this video take you out to explain within 2 minutes exactly what that trade finance solution is that's been built on the XDC network. All right, everybody, until next time, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
Look, the business is primarily done with documents. And what we are bringing is creating document, bringing multiple party to create these documents so that the verifying party can actually verify who created the document. And then it becomes a bit relieved that the document was actually created by the origin itself. That way, more trust can be brought into the system. When we are trading with some unknown party and we receive a paper document, we tend to believe if it is signed and sealed, it is an original document. What if this is colored photograph? What if there are multiple copies of it and they are being double financed at multiple places? There's no way to find them out until something blows out. Let's say I'm a shipper, I have a multi-million dollar or maybe $100 million worth of shipment, which I need financing. Now, what we can do is, this is a big real world asset, which is 100 million. And we may not have one liquidity provider who is looking at addressing this because it's too big. Again, something which we have already done in our pilot, you make 3 parts or 4 parts and then let all the liquidity provider participate in it. So we basically tokenized the real world asset document, which we picked up, title document. And remember, it doesn't have to be a bill of lading. It can be a warehouse. So if you have a stock in warehouse, which is, multiple $1 million, and you want to raise capital from it, you could actually create a warehouse receipt and then raise capital out of it. And if the capital required is too big, we need to involve multiple liquidity provider. Look, we are a marketplace. The borrowers can borrow based on the document proving what asset they have. We will present those assets to the liquidity providers. Our empaneled liquidity provider basically have to validate these documents. Once they are satisfied, they will participate and part finance this request. And this is how we'll match a large requirement by multiple liquidity providers.